Hello, everybody. So I'm going to talk right now about what we have in store for the startups. So I hope there are mostly startups in this crowd here. So to design our programs and everything we do for you, we always start from what you need. So I think that's the best way to do. And every year, for those who took part to the Hello Tomorrow Challenge this year or the previous years, there is some questions about who do you want to meet, what do you need the most, and this is really important for us because then it's the starting point of everything we do. And this is the answers that we got this year, and this is very consistent over the years, so it's always the same. So basically, we ask the questions. There are several options, and we ask the question, what do you need currently? And the first two that always come up are access to fundings. So you need money, and that makes sense. And also you need clients or potential clients. So then it's market access. And then also because a lot of you are pretty young in terms of not necessarily in terms of age, but in terms of maturity of your company, you also need some visibility, credibility, because you need to be able to go and talk to a supplier, a potential client, and you need them to take you seriously. And it reminds me Lilium Aviation. So today they are very taken very seriously. They do flying taxi stations. And when they arrived, when they took part to the Hello Tomorrow Challenge, nobody knew about them. As they say themselves, they were just a bunch of students out of school with a big dream, and people were kind of laughing at them when they were presenting their project. And people took them seriously at Hello Tomorrow, and then even more when they won the Hello Tomorrow Challenge prize. So that's what we want to happen. And then also you need different kind of guidance, expertise, but let's say that's maybe less important than meeting VCs and meeting potential clients. So based on those information, I will present you everything we have in store for you again. So the first thing, I guess maybe most of you took part to the Hello Tomorrow Challenge this year. So there is one every year. So the next one will probably be launched in March or April 2022. So that's really about the visibility, because we had the feedback that there was a drastic, impact. First, when we get the Deep Tech Pioneers label, but that's kind of the first grade. But especially when you are made one of the finalists, and even more when you win one of the 12 track prize. We always hear that it's an instant change in terms of, like number of people reaching out, press coverage, and so on. And I think today, this year, we also have something new. So I think maybe I should have put 2 in the funding and market access, because the 12 winners, they also get a kind of coaching and also introductions to potential clients and VCs from our community. So that's something new we will do this year. So that's the Hello Tomorrow Challenge, happening once a year. Then what we have also, it's what we call the Investor Day. So it was happening on Wednesday, actually. I guess many of you took part, and basically this is, 150, or when there is no COVID, more 200 VCs, 200 tables, and meetings all day long. So this is very focused on, speed dating with VCs, and this is actually very efficient, generally, to engage with them. Then there is the Hello Tomorrow Summit, so it's happening right now. And this is basically the conference where you get to meet the VCs and the potential clients, but also discuss with peers, learns from, from the best. VCs here were telling you just before, giving some advices about how to talk to them and so on. So I hope that you make the most out of it, and you learn about many things. Also with your peers, definitely, that's one of the also best way to learn. then we also have what we call here, because I'm talking to maybe to the startups, the corporate challenge. When we talk to the corporates, we call actually, the name is actually the startup challenge. So basically, we work with about 20 companies every year. We define, what they need really, and we start from this business opportunity to organize a call for proposal that we share within our community, so that we share with all the startups that we know, and that is very efficient to start business discussions around a very clear business case. It's not like, okay, I'm going to talk to some big companies and let's see what we can do. No, it's okay. There is a clear business opportunity, and we organize a process to enable you to connect to them. So that's definitely something that is impactful in terms of market access, but also in terms of visibility, credibility, business expertise, because you get to talk to them, and even if you don't do business together, you get some feedback on your product, you get some some meaningful advice. So this is something that works pretty well. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, it's the Deep Tech Pioneers program. So this is something that is a bit more new. So we launched that actually during the COVID time, because we thought that we don't want to be able to help you guys only once a year through the Hello Tomorrow Challenge and the Hello Tomorrow Summit. We want to be able to bring to you our community, our network of like 400 VCs and also of thousands of corporates all year long. So we want to, you probably know that we are not an event organizer, we are really a community builder. So for us, the event, as I'm putting it here, it's one way to animate the community. But COVID made us realize, definitely, like Slush did the same, that we need to animate this community all year long and also digitally. So the Deep Tech Pioneer community, so we started it this year. Basically, it's I'm going into more details, but it's also a program that is aimed to bring you access to VCs, access to potential clients, and access to also expertise shared from your peers, from VCs, from corporates, meeting job recruitment, talent recruitment. So I'm gonna go into a bit more details. So this is something where you can apply all the time. So basically, the Hello Tomorrow Challenge, there is a dedicated time where you should apply, and if you miss it, you need to wait for one more year. The Deep Tech Pioneers community, you can apply anytime. And what you get is a fast track to the Hello Tomorrow Challenge. So basically, if you are a Deep Tech Pioneer, then you are automatically selected to the second step of the Hello Tomorrow Challenge, which is because this first step is actually to select the Deep Tech Pioneers. So it makes sense. Then there is also an access to the Investor Day. It's really an exclusive event. So that's also a way for us to make sure that investors are happy about the startup that they meet. So it's not like any startup that just pay and show up to the Investor Day. It's really the startups that we select. So if you are a Deep Tech Pioneer, you get access to this exclusive event. And also the Global Summit. You saw the Deep Tech Museum downstairs. So that's where all the Deep Tech Pioneers are showcasing. And there you also have access to the VC through the newsletter. So basically, we have a newsletter that many VCs receive. And when one of the startups from the Deep Tech Pioneers community is raising fund, we share the news, and basically it helps to get awareness in the VC community. Then there is what we call Decor for Deep Tech Pioneers. Basically, it's every month, something like that. Some webinars. It can be it's kind of what's happening on this stage, but digitally every month. And then business opportunities. So I told you about the challenge that we organize for corporate, the business challenge. So basically, if you are in the community, if you are in healthcare, you will probably receive all the business opportunities from our corporate clients in healthcare or in the sectors that seem relevant to you. And there is also the Deep Tech job board. So we started it this year. We will maybe try to push it a little bit more, but we realized that talents is a very important issue. So we want to be able to make that a bit more fluid and build a job board that becomes really a reference in Deep Tech, where you can post your job offers. And you're also in, but that's what I said already, in our startup database. So basically, when we have opportunities, we can identify you quite easily and redirect them to you. So this is what we did already. This is what we do. And there is also two new programs that we kind of tried this year, but we want to improve. It's really to bring some dedicated support and coaching to meet potential clients or investors, which are the most important things according to you. So for the fundraising, it's having an investor, so an expert, helping you with your pitch in a kind of safe environment, and then doing some introductions with investors from our community that we know are the right target. Not any investor, but some that we know invest in projects like yours. And for the go-to-market, it's mentoring on the commercial strategy, go-to-market strategy, depending on your maturity, more or less coaching here, mentoring here. And then introduction to potential clients or sometimes partners or just experts that know the market pretty well and that themselves will be able to make the intro. So we tried that already in 2021. And next year, we will change it a little bit. And most likely what we are going to do is that we are going to create some kind of cohorts around some specific topics to create both a critical mass in terms of startups for the corporates from our community, because they will be much more likely to get involved if we say, okay, there are like 10 startups working around batteries than if there is just one. And same way, and I mean the other way around. It's also better for you if we get a group of 15 corporates that are working around batteries for you to be connected to them. So that's probably what we are going to do. And if you already are a Deep Tech pioneers from previous years or from this year's Hello Tomorrow Challenge, or if you apply. You can apply using this, on our website, Hello Tomorrow, and then Deep Tech Pioneers. Then you will be informed of the like the kind of acceleration programs that we launch next year. And maybe the last potential question that you might have is, am I eligible? So the criteria, it's pretty simple. It's kind of the same than for the Hello Tomorrow Challenge. So, when we talk about deep tech, it's really broad, but basically it's any innovation that is based on the real scientific or engineering or advances, or at least a new kind of combination of existing technologies. So not just like a simple web app, but something that has already a real application and something concrete, so that investors might be interested and corporates might be interested. So not the very kind of the stage where it's more the public grants and the universities that finance your project. And it needs also to be a team with at least 2 people, so not just one researcher, because again we need to be able to make the intro with our community, our network of corporates and VCs, and that's what they look for. But not too mature neither. So if you already raised like 40 million euros, then I'm not sure we are going to help much. So it's more startups that maybe raised a little bit of pre-seed money until maybe Series A of a few million euros. That's typically the range of maturity where we are really able to help. So that's it. I'm also going to be in the speaker zone. So if you have any question, happy to talk to you.